Hello, Earth Science. So today I'm going to talk to you about equinoxes and solstices, which is our next topic. So over here on the whiteboard, I kept the drawing from the previous video, and I just erased a couple things because we're going to be using the same idea of the tilt of the Earth to understand what these two words are. So the first word, solstice, I'm sure you've heard of this word somewhere. Maybe you've heard of Stonehenge, that the rocks are aligned in a circle in a certain way so that at June 21st, in the summer solstice, you can kind of see a window forming with the rocks and the sun is perfectly aligned with the rocks. What happens is that by now you're realizing that the sun isn't always the same spot in the sky at the same time every day. At 8 o'clock on June 21st, it could be up here in the sky. On December 21st, it can be lower on the horizon, and that's because the Earth has this motion called revolution around the sun that's going to change the appearance of the sun in our sky. So solstice, what does it mean? What it means is that either the tilt of the Earth is tilted completely towards the sun on June 21st or completely away from the sun on December 21st. So really we talk about two types of solstices. We talk about a summer solstice and a winter solstice. The summer one happens on June 21st. That's the first day of summer. And then winter solstice happens on December 21st, which is the first day of winter. Solstice, what it really means is that the Earth's tilt is at an extreme. And what I mean by extreme is that it's either completely towards the sun or completely away. When it's June 21st in the northern hemisphere, we have summer because for us, the tilt is completely towards the sun. But in the southern hemisphere, they're going to have the winter solstice on the same day because for them, it's their winter. For them, it's when the tilt of the Earth is completely away from the sun. Our next word is equinox. Equinox actually means, from Latin, it means equal night. It's when we get a special phenomenon that we have an equal number of daylight and an equal number of nighttime in one rotation of Earth. And that happens twice a year. That happens in the fall and in the spring. And what that means is that the tilt of the Earth, it's neither towards the sun, neither away from the sun. It's just sideways. It's sideways to the sun. So when the Earth rotates, all parts of the Earth are going to experience equal day, equal night, and 12 hours of each. And I have a couple pictures that I'm going to show you if I can flip the camera around. Let's see if I can do that. No, I'm going to do this then. Okay. So I have a couple pictures I want to show to you. That first picture that I have up of the Earth, you can see that it's half shaded in, half shadowy, and half daylight. That's an equinox. That's when the sunlight and the nighttime are perfectly balanced so that we have 12 of each. This image is going to help see it a little bit better. There we go. So now we see all these four examples. We have December 21st, which is when our winter solstice, when the tilt is completely away from the sun. Over here we have June 21st, which is the complete opposite. And these two images, March 20th and September 20th, happen to be the spring and the fall equinox over here. Over here, this animation that I wanted to show you, let's replay this animation. This animation shows you a complete year, what a complete year looks like, observing the Earth from space. All right, so that is an explanation of the solstice and equinox. So we're going to apply this knowledge to when we do Sunpath, which is what the sun appears to be doing in our sky, which I'm going to explain with some glass in our next video tomorrow. And if you have any questions with equinoxes and solstices, please send me an email. I hope to see you at Zoom tomorrow at 10 a.m.